and DepEd revealed numerous defects once again. So it cannot be because Sara Duterte did not publicly rise with arms to be able to remove the present government. The culpable violation of the Constitution, second, betrayal of public trust, and third, other high crimes. To support these three grounds for impeachment as found in our Constitution, it has three acts that are alleged to support these three, and which are assassination plot, sedition, and subversion. Let us go first to subversion, not as a crime itself, but as a support to the three, either of the three. And so, subversion, Madam Chair, was precisely made illegal in 1937 under Republic Act 1700. However, subversion, like in this case, they state subversion of constitutional order, subversion, Republic Act 1700, was repealed precisely in 1992 during democratic times. In 1992, Republic Act 7636 removes subversion. It cannot be a crime nor a support now to the three grounds that we have. Completely repealed in 1992, the subversion aspect of an act of a Filipino. Then we have sedition, Madam Chair. Sedition is an act of publicly uprising and tumultuously engaging in acts to really remove the established government and officials. So it cannot be because Sara Duterte did not publicly rise with arms to be able to remove the present government. Probably what they want to say is inciting to sedition. Because sedition itself is governed by our Article 139 of the Revised Penal Code, the rising publicly and tumultuously. If you go to Article 142, this will be inciting to sedition, but there is also no recital of facts that the Vice President made his speech. Article 2, it is betrayal of public trust and graft and corruption. I would just like to take exception in accordance with what I stated yesterday. Page 34 includes the DepEd. And as I have stated, and I remind again members of the Committee on Justice, that we have no jurisdiction over actuations of the former Secretary of the Department of Education. So, page 934, we say that the statement of corruption by grossly abusing discretionary authority over confidential funds appropriated to the OVP, that's fine. But the statement that DepEd is totally out of the jurisdiction of this committee, the actuations of the former secretary. Then on page, Madam Chair, on page 36, once again, 1223.3 paragraph, 125 million in DepEd confidential funds in the late 2022-2023. Again, DepEd, we cannot have jurisdiction over DepEd. The case of Duterte versus House of Representatives clearly state that the impeachable offenses must relate to the acts of the position and the office where the person is sought to be impeached. And we're not going to impeach a secretary of a department here, but there is an allegation against her as the vice president. So that is page 36. And then on page 38, we have here 129 paragraph. It says a random sampling of receipts and acknowledgement receipts submitted by the OBP and DepEd revealed numerous defects. So once again, the statement of DepEd, the statement about DepEd is that it is beyond our jurisdiction. And then also 132, several receipts, OVP and DepEd should not be included. Now, on page 39, there is this allegation of physical distribution and third-party deliveries, use of DepEd vehicles and personnel again, this is about DepEd. It could not be part of the investigation on the allegations of the impeachment. And so, Madam Chair, those are my observation on Article 2. Thank you very much.